Hey everybody, so I'm going to be talking about soft skills that employers want and how to develop your own. So, starting off, what even is a soft skill? You may have heard this term when people are talking about soft skills. You may have heard the term interpersonal or transferable. They're all kind of the same thing. Soft skills refer to skills that relate to how you work and interact with others. They aren't specific to any one task, which means they're pretty applicable to anything, any kind of job that you do, or really for that matter, any kind of work that you do. So, why would you want to work on your soft skills? There are many benefits to developing strong soft skills. Those include they help you work better with others, they will help you develop yourself personally and professionally, and also they appeal to employers. So, what are some soft skills that employers are looking for? There are a lot. So, just to name a few: strong communication, good teamwork, creative thinking, time management, problem resolution, leadership, taking initiative, and being adaptable are all very popular soft skills that employers are looking for. So, to dive a little deeper into those soft skills, one, communication and teamwork are huge soft skills that employers want because no matter what you're doing, what your role is, you will have to interact with others to some degree. So, some keys to communicating and working as a team. One key to working with others and communicating well is active listening. Sometimes when people are communicating, things can get lost in translation because people aren't actually listening to what's being said to them. They're more focused on what they're thinking or what they want. So, a good way to communicate is to be an active listener, to hear what someone is saying before speaking and not talking over them, not interrupting them, just listening first without trying to talk. That ties into our next bullet point, which is respect and understanding. We all come from very different places. Some people have different motives. Some people just have different rationales. And so sometimes when you're communicating or working as a team, it can seem like we're clashing. So just having respect and understanding where someone might be coming from, even if it's hard, just trying to really understand why they're thinking or saying something. And then just being respectful, even if we disagree with them, it'll help us all to be happier and to work together much smoother. Feedback is a good part of teamwork and it is a good part of communication. Whether you're giving it or receiving it, it is pretty key to those. Being open to feedback that someone is giving you is kind of difficult sometimes. I struggle with this myself sometimes, but trying to understand that they're coming from a good place. Everyone on the team just wants to do their best. And so taking that feedback and really listening on how you can improve yourself or whatever they're giving you feedback on. And then also when you're giving feedback, again, being respectful, even if it's something that maybe you're a bit upset about or you disagree with, finding a way to communicate that respectfully is really important. And try to just keep your feedback constructive and not just negative. If you're giving someone feedback on something, don't try to make it just things that they're doing wrong. Maybe try to suggest things that they might want to incorporate or do differently. And then also adaptability. Things aren't always going to go as smoothly as planned. So being adaptable and just leaning on your team and working together to find new solutions when you encounter a problem, that is very important. Another soft skill that I wanted to talk about is time management, which I'm not perfect at. I'm sure a lot of you aren't perfect at it either. But good time management not only ensures that you're going to get everything that you need to do done when it needs to be, it also will just reduce stress for you because if you are on top of things, you're not letting things kind of catch up to you and you're not doing everything at the last minute, you're going to have a lot less stress. You're not going to be so stressed about, oh, I have a million things to do and I didn't space it out correctly. I know it's a hard skill sometimes, but here are some of my keys to time management. Being aware of your deadlines and your timelines are important. So, knowing when something needs to be done, and by timeline, I sort of just mean knowing how long it's going to take you to get those things done. Because if you don't plan accordingly, you might accidentally run out of time because, oh, maybe you started too late or you just didn't have enough time for it. So that's important. I suggest writing those down. Sometimes before I start a project, I will sit down before anything else and try to brainstorm how long I think it'll take and when I want to do those things. Keeping lists and notes are important. A simple to do list is really just a great idea to help you make sure that you're not forgetting to do something. And if you maybe aren't sure exactly what you're doing, adding a note to help clarify that in the future is good. And then avoiding procrastination, which is so hard, especially when a deadline is far away. You don't think you really have to worry about it. But believe me, I think you can all agree deadlines really sneak up on you. So, avoiding procrastination and really just getting things done either as soon as you can or spacing out enough time is good. And then I also suggest working in blocks. Sometimes I have a huge project and I want to just get it all done right away, but I quickly wear myself out and then I do a lot of work maybe at the beginning, but I don't really have the energy to keep going. So I kind of push it off until later. And then I realize that I've completely forgotten about that project. So, taking your tasks small bits at a time will help you not feel burnt out and it'll help you kind of stay on top of everything. And then the last soft skill that I want to talk about is taking initiative. Even if you aren't the top dog in charge, you're not sort of the team leader, there are still ways that you can show how you're taking initiative in your work. And that's a really important skill that employers are looking for. Employers want people that can do their tasks without being asked or with very little guidance. And so here are some keys for taking initiative. Seeking opportunities, maybe that aren't explicitly presented to you, but always wanting to do more and go the extra mile. Those are great ways of showing that you are taking initiative. Being resourceful and utilizing your creative thinking are great. Finding new ways to approach a problem and just maybe you've solved a problem, but you want to go a step further. That's a great way of showing that you're taking initiative, that you're using these resources in other ways than just the one that you were told to do. Again, being solution oriented, being focused on solving problems, even maybe if they're not a problem that explicitly is related to what you're doing, but maybe you notice a coworker, a team member is encountering a problem, maybe how you can help them, that would show amazing initiative and great teamwork. And then again, communication really ties into this as well. Just because you're taking initiative, that doesn't mean you should, not ask for help. You should be aware of when you need to ask for help, asking for help. There's no shame in that. Just because you're taking initiative doesn't mean that you have to stand completely on your own at all. So, to wrap everything up, soft skills don't always come naturally to everyone, but if you put in clear, conscious effort into developing your soft skills, you can. You'll see a lot of growth in these areas when you're making a clear effort on developing them. And improving your soft skills will by improving your soft skills, you'll see yourself improving personally and professionally. You're going to appeal to employers if you can demonstrate these skills. You're going to perform better when you're working. And even just when you're not working, you're going to be communicating and building relationships with people much better personally. So that is my presentation on soft skills and developing them. I only covered a couple of them, but there are countless soft skills that you can work on in your own life. So I wish you lots of luck in developing your soft skills. Thank you for listening to my presentation.